I had a thought. Excuse my spoiled little baby. But I had a thought, and my thought was basically, um, so basically, let me tell you just what happened. Let me just tell you what happened. What happened was today, I was on my cycle, right? And I went to the park to chill for a second, catch a breeze, just sit with the grass and trees, Mother Earth. And when I got up, I felt my pants was wet. And then I looked in my reflection on the car and saw I soiled my pants. And I had to go get gas. The light was on E when I was driving down the street. So I gotta get gas, right? And the light was red, right? So I gotta go. Um, so I go in there, I walk to the front and stand in front of something. So can't nobody see behind me. And the first guy, he just went, and then it was two other guys. They told me to go first. So I just gave him the money, and then I walked to the car hurriedly to pump the gas. I was pumping gas, and I had this thought that popped into my head, and it was just like, why do I need to feel ashamed and cover myself? That wasn't planned, right? Those moments are never planned. But I just had that thought in my head, like, why do I have to be ashamed of the fact that, that I have a period or a cycle or a bleeding misses, I feel like it's like shame in a sense that I have to cover up the fact that my pants are messed up. I think that's really messed up. And it didn't dawn on me until I got home that when I was younger, when I had my second official period, I was at school and I wasn't expecting it because it was so many months after the menarche. And it was like this thing where it's like period touch. Like kids are cruel, man. Kids are just cruel. But it was funny because it's like I remember feeling that shame, around womanhood. And I feel like I didn't have to be ashamed of the fact that people know that I'm a woman and I have a period and I bleed and it's just natural and it's always been a natural thing and everyone knows about it. So why do I have to cover it up? Moment lived. But yeah, it was just like I experienced shame around womanhood at what was I in sixth grade, right? I just started sixth grade and it had been since fifth grade since I had my menarche. So it was like people that I was like friends with, everybody was all looking at me all weird, like, ugh, you got the pews, you got your period, ugh. And then it was like the whole thing about having boobs and shit. Like everybody was making like lists and stuff. It was so sexist and misogynistic. It's ridiculous. But it's patriarchy. You know what I'm saying? It's patriarchy. It's part of consumerism. That's what they do to make money, right? Kim K, right? So I'm just like, you know what? I don't have to be ashamed of the fact that I'm a woman and I have a period and I'm soils my pants. Like, do we make fun of babies for soiling themselves? We make fun of old people when they soil themselves. It's a natural process. So I have on a pad. It wasn't like I was going commando. I really need to get my cup back. I really need to just start using my cup again. But it seemed like it's a lot when it first come, and then eventually it slows down. That's when I use my cup and a little coverage, protection, insurance, right? Shout out to insurance. But you know, this is very TMI, but if you're still here, drop a blood in the comments below in 100 so you know it's real. But my baby is silly. But I was like, I'm not going to experience shame anymore. So I had a shirt that I was wearing today. It was my Oshun, my yellow Oshun shirt. Shout out to Motown Witch. It was her husband that created the shirt. But today I took it off because I was hot, but I had a sweater on that I zipped up when I walked through Somerset today. It was a long story. But love aloe yoga. Beautiful. Shout out to security at Somerset Mall because they really helped me out today. But what was I saying? Oh, I'm not gonna experience shame anymore. I'm gonna just go ahead, and I put the shirt in my seat so I didn't get in the seat, right? But when I got out, I had the shirt covered to go pay for the gas. So when I was walking back to my car, I just took the shirt and moved it and was just like, I'm gonna be free. And then I thought about the concept of having that back there like that was like, cute, very stylish, chic, right? And I do love clothes, and styling clothes a little bit. I like dressing up and stuff. But anyway, Venus ruling my MC. That's all. Um, staying on key, millennials, man. But I removed my shirt, and then when I went to the park and sat for a second, I thought about that. Like, I don't have to be ashamed of being like, why do I have to be ashamed? And it was all men at the gas station, and there was no woman in sight. It was all men standing in line and behind the counter and talking. And it was just like, I'm the only woman. And then they all a different, ethnicity or, cultural background for me as well. So that just layers, man, like layers. Like go see Sinners if you haven't, layers. But yeah, and it was like then the thing about I only got a little bit of blood on the shirt, a little bit of blood on the shirt. It wasn't even a lot like I thought it was. I was tripping. But it was like I kind of like feel like that was a sacred ritual that just took place between me and in the moment that I don't know, like some type of rite of passage. But anyways, all I know is it was like, yeah, I don't have to be ashamed anymore of that. I don't have to be ashamed of being a woman. I don't have to be ashamed of a cycle or bleeding. I don't have to hide it. I don't have to hide myself. I could just be a woman. And so many events that are taking place right now in my life kind of is an affirmation to that. I don't know. It's like things just happening, right? And Uranus being a Taurus, where it was on my MC just as well as, the orange people or the orange person. I said people because he a Gemini, but, he got, Uranus that was passing through on his MC as well. So I ain't gonna say the hate is real, but I am gonna say, I am gonna say like energy has been very beautiful lately, and to transmute something like that, be aware of it, acknowledge it as a growing point, and seeing myself mature and grow as an adult. I've been reflecting on that lately as well. And it could be, the earth resonance and stuff like that. Moogie. Moogie. I'm still here, Moogie. But yeah, that was all I kind of was getting at, really, is releasing shame, releasing the past, healing. Oops, I didn't mean to show y'all all that. I'm gonna have to edit that. But yeah, just, being aware of how far you come isn't narcissism, but it is awareness, self awareness. Yes, movie. You want me to hold you? Don't fall back and hurt yourself. You and your sister. Why are you crying, baby? Diva. 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 Anything you want to say to the people, Miss Diva? Little Miss Diva. Beautiful baby. Godsend. Every baby is godsend. I'm gonna leave it there for now.